So, Herr Johns, how you doing? We got into the beta for 2K streaming on Twitch. One life challenge. Yeah, basically if I get wrecked, I have to restart. So I'm in the extreme difficulty and I try to get through the run without ever dying or having a reset. Does it look good? Does it look elite? The thing is, it uses the new codec. I'm not sure if it's possible to stream in 1080p and using that codec, or if you have to use 1440p. That's the only thing that I'm unsure about. The other thing that Minigun mentioned, you know, looking into the ability to render the other resolutions myself, so you guys have a better looking one, because Twitch's trans codec doesn't look very good. It's noticeably cleaner. Nice. In motion as well, because the one thing that I was interested in is it gonna look much better for like racing games when everything is in motion? Oh yeah, this has the DLC cars again. Got the email earlier that, you know, 1440p streaming is available, and so I immediately went into my settings and tried to get it going. Hey, streaming has finally arrived in 2025 or something. The thing is, it's also gonna be very beneficial for YouTube, right? Because our videos are gonna be much higher quality. You know, earlier today I was gaming on my OLED, but at the same time I was watching the recording on my capture card on the second monitor, and I asked Lisa if she can tell the difference. And she actually pointed two things out. First of all, that the gaming monitor was OLED, so the colors were better, and that the preview was a bit more stuttery. You guys don't see that, but my preview looks actually worse than the stream itself. Right, in order for the Elgato to work properly, the preview is always weaker. Did we get him? Holy shit, too close. Hold it all the way? Oh, for sure. It's gonna be interesting to see what the other technologies will be able to do in the near future. But 2050 we'll get 4K streaming. Okay, I would actually say it's gonna take them a little bit less. I would say by 2030. We'll be streaming in 4K. So for extreme difficulty, you basically need to know the game. And even if you beat the game once on any of the other difficulties, no guarantee you're gonna be good enough to get the extreme difficulty. And our goal today is to get everything on the first try. The one life challenge, right? Either you get it or you die. I mean, honestly, 1440p is great, but the new codec makes the difference, right? Because we're using 1440p, but we didn't actually increase the bitrate. Like, I was always streaming in 8 megabits per second. It is the codec that makes the difference. Yeah, they might be waiting for more people to have, as you say, hardware capable of using AV1. One thing you can abuse a lot is just slamming into the cars right before the corner. How long did I wait for the access? I think about a week ago, they opened. Yeah, about a week ago they opened it. Right before I started streaming, I got the email that I got unlocked for the beta. Oh fucking hell, dude. Okay, so we both crashed out. But I won. I was actually wondering if the game is gonna give me a reset or not. Yeah, there's no timer on this, and the next opponent spawns as you hit the checkpoint. So we should actually be fine. I honestly have no idea what happened to the other guy. Because I was stuck there a long time, because genuinely I thought the game is giving me a reset. Such a weird race. The run is your all-time favorite. I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely not my favorite. They're running 2K. I don't think that's gonna be a compelling YouTube title. That's not gonna make it, man. Okay, I didn't use a rewind, so I am still alive. I think that those were the rules. Yeah, we actually wanted to... We wanted to do the challenge... Are you fucking serious? We wanted to do the challenge today without the car glitch. I'm not sure we're fast enough to catch the guy in front of us after that massive slowdown. Yeah. Restart. Which reminds me of something else. Oh my god. Hey guys, Kuru here. Check out Instant Gaming for cheap game keys. Click the link in the description below. Okay, this stage is getting me a lot, holy shit. How am I getting wrecked so much? Holy shit. All of my lives are gone. I was right, remember when I said this one is a faulty production? I was right. I bought a second one, and the new one is better. I don't know if you were here, but the first one had broken buttons. Like they were really mushy, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. And I was correct. Bought a second one, this one is better, this one goes back. I was confident. The controller is hot garbage. And it shouldn't feel that way, and that was the case. Yeah, it's a Nintendo. It's from Nintendo. They just fucked it up. You know what's funny? Something similar happened to me with the original Switch. I also bought 2 Pro controllers on the original Switch and sent one back. That shortcut that you see there is genuinely awful. It's not direct in any way, shape or form. It's really windy and slow. I still sell like hotcakes. Yeah, but at least, you know, I know what I'm talking about and I don't have to accept shit products. I mean, I might have just been unlucky, you know, getting 1 in 1,000 faulty controllers. But I immediately noticed it while playing, that the buttons didn't feel right. Buttons basically didn't give me any feedback. Right, 0 feedback, so I was like, okay, did I press the button just now or did I not? I couldn't feel it. They're not, no, they're really not cheap. It was 90 bucks for the Pro controller. Like Nintendo is extorting you for accessories. Like stupidly expensive. Nintendo killed Need for Speed? How so? That one you have to explain. How I'm playing this game? I have a way to do it. You have to block the game in the firewall. If you have the game installed, if you block it in the firewall, it stops trying to connect to the servers, and then you can play the game. But you will lose access to the DLC if you bought any. Alright, time to make the run what it is. All about running. That's why I use the mod? Yes. Hey, most unrelevant news of the day. Casino is coming back to TDO Solar Crown in Season 4. Yay! Do we have any more news that is completely irrelevant to anyone actually coming back to the game? It's the same problem that Unbound had, you know, the base game isn't good, so nobody is gonna care about additional content. This is one of my strongest opinions about any video game. If the base game is dog shit, you can add as much DLC as you want. People still see it as a piece of shit. Like sometimes, whoa, okay. I was unlucky. Finish line is right there. Man, we're starting to play 20-year-old games that have the GTR in it. The car is getting old G. And what's it like? Well, I think as a viewer you should tell me, not the other way around. The nice thing is, the YouTube videos will be higher quality too. Because now we have native 1440p recordings. They actually got me, man. Wait, there's 2 more guys in front of me, man. That cop really fucked me over, huh? Restart! One thing about the Definitive Edition, it takes a really long time to boot up. The boot up process on this is very long. I'm not sure what they did, but the run is so weird with its... Oh, I'm running borderless. No, it's windowed. No, it's full screen. I don't know what I'm doing. This is like the run and Windows communicating. Like it changes the resolution and rendering method a million times on boot up. Oh, the nighttime mod was a massive pain in the ass. Like it was like flipping a coin. Every time I tried to get it to night, you know, sometimes it worked, all right? Sometimes I had it the night events a day and the other way around. Sometimes it didn't work and I had to restart it. Holy rubber band. Are you kidding me? That kills the event. Not only did he push him, but he blocked me too. Unbelievable. Come on. It's not gonna count. Although I hit the finish line, man. Restart. It's the 1 life challenge. When you lose, you have to redo it from the very beginning. Damn it! What is going on, man? The rubber band on the cops is so bullshit sometimes. The number one reason why I gave up speedrunning this game is because it was so extremely unstable. Like, this game crashed nearly every single speedrun. And, you know, that just makes it unrunnable. I remember when this game came out, I was just annoyed with it left and right. The loading times, the extreme difficult handling in this game. Also, it was running like shit too, on the PlayStation. You see now why I usually use the car glitch. This game on extreme without a car swap is extremely volatile. I mean, this is the usual experience that people remember from the extreme difficulty in this game. The tiniest mistake, even if you don't even realize it, will break you. Did you see him fly off? Pretty sure his hitbox counts when he respawns. Thanks, Pedro. I'm trying my best. On the other hand, you know, racing games don't really leave me much of a choice anyways, right? There aren't any modern racing games that people want to see all the time. Right, when I think of other popular games, like, people can actually stream one game only. And usually then they become really good at it too, you know, like people that always play Counter-Strike or something competitive, you know. Virtual only doing Trackmania. Stuntman was also nice. Yeah, Stuntman was a lot of fun. The tour of my room. True, I still have to share my room tour, my new one. I actually haven't done that yet. Honestly, right now the room is actually pretty well set up. I think this might be the time for a room tour. I always said I would do it when my room is set up, and at this point it's very well set up. Yeah, I'm not sure which one I should tackle next. I love any ideas? The next game I should attempt? Well, we're talking about achievement runs, so it has to be PlayStation 2. PlayStation 3 would be trophy farming. Actually, Most Wanted 2012 was on Steam, right? So I guess there are achievements. Underground, Porsche Unleashed. Wait, didn't I do... No, I did do the Underground achievements. Porsche Unleashed, I don't like the PlayStation version that much. The PC version is so much better. Gran Turismo 2 would take a very long time. I'm not sure I'm up for it. So then the only thing left in your suggestions would be Burnout. Most Wanted 12 doesn't even have achievements on Steam. Interesting. So yeah, basically this game tries to connect to the online servers, which are discontinued. So unless you block the game in a firewall, it keeps indefinitely trying to connect. Right? It never stops trying, so you can't play the game. Only when you block the game from accessing the internet in the first place, then you can actually play it. Would be a bit of a scam if they still try to sell you this game when it doesn't work. But I'm pretty sure you can buy a hard copy somewhere. The one thing I don't understand, you know, this is a black box game, but the handling really does not feel like black box. Shitty engine, shitty consoles. That is true. In my opinion, this generation was severely underpowered. PlayStation 3 and 360. And they were also forced into using Frostbite, very true. I mean, the game looks great. You know, the engine definitely scales up pretty nicely. Right, this is a good looking game. Have you completed the run, One Life? I'm still stuck on it. I have done it once, actually. But I did use the car glitch, which gives me a faster car. So I'm playing the light version today. Every time I die, I have to restart the stage. But back then, I actually had to go through the entire run. The YouTube video did not do as well as I hoped for, because it was a really hard challenge. Oh, the baby fund. Yeah, that's awesome, thank you. Dude, the kid's nearly here, guys. It's 4 weeks now. Only 4 weeks to go. Hey, happy to have helped, Broccoli. You know, one thing that I like to tell anyone is it always gets better eventually, right? We all have hard times. But there's always better times around the corner. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it happens faster, but you know, eventually it gets good and better again. You just gotta make it through. Curses! Landing on this thing. Like, why is it drifting so much? Fucking Lambo. Italian supercar my ass. There was less of a drift and more of a loss of control. That's why I prefer the Porsche. The Porsche is significantly slower though. It makes other events a lot harder. I'm not sure if it was a GT2 or 3RS that they offer you, but that one is much slower than this one. Maybe it comes with more handling. Would make sense. Sounds like a reasonable trade-off. Yeah, so it feels a bit weird not playing Mario Kart. I really enjoyed the new console. I mean, it's not only Mario Kart, right? It's also Fast Fusion. Yeah, the GT3 is pretty bad. I remember struggling with it immediately, like in Las Vegas, right? When you get to choose it. I gotta say, these races with tight traffic, kinda missed that. Oh, you know what I heard? There's this GameCube Switch Edition controller, and apparently they messed up the analogs and the digital buttons. Imagine they messed up the triggers with the shoulder buttons, functionality-wise. And it leads to a bunch of issues with older games, where you want to press an analog button, but you get a digital one. Yeah, I was also very surprised. How do you fuck that up? And how is there no update to fix that? Because Nintendo also locks you out from swapping the buttons yourself, right? If you have the new Pro controller, right, the new Switch Pro controller, you can do it. You can swap the buttons around as you like, but you can't do it with the GameCube controller edition, Switch edition. You see that yellow bar that charges up? It only works when it's full or when you leave the draft. And sometimes even that is a little bit buggy, where it starts recharging immediately after it's being unloaded. At the end of the day, you know, if there's no one... Fucking hell, dude! Fuck. Too early, man. Usually the part that kills you comes later. I even got that feeling from Mario Kart. That, you know, some of the magic is lost because now it's an open world. Like, I definitely understand the criticism towards Mario Kart. Because to some level, I feel it too. The good thing is Mario Kart at least has enough variety to, you know, not ruin the overall experience for me. Yeah, there's definitely a handful of games that feel like the open world just for open world's sake, right? Like they just, you know, tick it off a bucket list. Open world's on the checklist, we have to do it. Ah, shit. Car got airborne right at the end. Today's challenge, I have to get every challenge on the first try. If I get any kind of rewind or crash, I have to restart the entire level. No car glitch. That's what makes this kind of hard today. Usually don't do that in a speedrun, not changing to the better car. Oh, forgot. Ah! Didn't get the ram attack on him. You didn't like the Mafia and the chase parts? They are really hard on the highest difficulty. You know, Need for Speed music still fits best to other Need for Speed games. Oh my god! The fuck was that? I got squeezed. I got scammed again. First Mario Kart, now this, man. The only problem with this challenge, you do have to watch the loading screen many times over. But yeah, every time we do mob stages on the extreme difficulty and we don't use the car glitch, it gets really difficult. Because this is extremely well thought out by the developers. And usually when these cutscenes happens and the autopilot takes over, he's retarded. He's really bad. He makes a lot of mistakes and he usually gets you killed. This is exactly what I expect from the autopilot. Just continuously getting you killed. Like he was driving in a way where I got control at the point where the car was already in the air and I couldn't do anything. Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah, Jesus was never really good at driving, was he? This game is always fun to watch the traffic, how crazy they are driving. Whoa, that came out of nowhere. Ask me something. Ask me anything. This is your time, chat. Use it wisely. Not today, Samuli. Not this year. Like, whoa, going into oncoming, but... the hitboxes in this game are not so bad too. Are we gonna start from the beginning? This mission is so unbelievably tight. Everything has to be just right. Whoa, that's rare. Seeing an NPC wipe out. Ah, god, man, this mission. So many random elements. You wanna drive across Russia with 150 rubles? How much fuel can you buy for that? 3 liters. I don't think you're gonna get too far, man. Holy moly, man. On extreme, the game is not messing around. You have to push the car for the rest of the trip. Wait, where's my car? Even the autopilot can save me here. Austin powered the car. Austin powered the car and the run. Fuck yeah, let's go. We got another one. I hate this mission, dude. The mob is no fun. You have to always keep yourself out of bad spots, because it can so easily kill you. Another thing that I find weird about this... Wow. Two times. When you draft someone and you jump, you lose it. You know, when I actually did beat this challenge with actually 1 life and, you know, not even restarting the stage once, I was using the car glitch, because without it, it's just too hard. There's a reason it's used in the speedrun. And the speedrun also doesn't use the extreme difficulty. Oh, come on! I was ahead. I swear. I wonder how many times the developers finished the extreme difficulty testing. Like, this is easily one of the hardest Need for Speeds out there. I bet most people would argue this is the hardest Need for Speed out there. There's only one more Need for Speed where I fail more often, and that is Need for Speed 1. I never get a grip on the handling on some of those tracks. Wow, we finally did it, I just realized. This is not a long stage, but it is a very hard one. Oh, it was the cutscene, I thought I crashed. Oh, I did crash. I love how the cutscene like instantly kills you. Or rather, they kill you in the cutscene. Man, I was so good! So good in the first segment, and now they kill me, man. It's literally the last stretch in that cutscene. And if you're unlucky, they kill you in the cutscene. The part is super RNG. And I cannot imagine the developers didn't encounter this. I mean, sure, if you have one rewind, you can't get through it the second time around, but if you do a challenge where you're like, oh, I never wanna die, I never wanna see a reset, you know, it's kind of bullshit. Yeah, we didn't die immediately. It's just so unfair. Oh, I think we did it. Yes! And the red flashes are intense. Hey, you guys want to see some full screen action? Not this one. This one. Let me know what the codec looks like. Oops. The driving here is extremely precise. You can mess this up super easily. And you definitely need to know the layout first. No hairpins. Dude, this game doesn't have any handling whatsoever. Like, all of the cars are extremely heavy and hard to turn. Hairpins are not fun in this game. Like, hairpins in this game are so dreadfully slow, I really don't like it. No, Hot Pursuit handling is way better, because you're drifting. It's similarly heavy, but you get still more turning from Hot Pursuit. How do you determine your body percent fat? I use a scale. The scale sends a little shock through your feet, and depending on your resistance of your body, it knows how much body fat you have. It's not perfect, but it doesn't matter. All you care about is the difference. Let's say you start measuring yourself and you start at 20%. And then after a month of dieting, it shows you 19%. You can definitely say that you lost a percent of body fat, right? Even if that number isn't perfect, all you really care about is the difference, right? You want to change for the better. And that's why measuring this is a good idea. Obviously, you will see changes in the mirror, but if you want something more quantifiable, you know, you getting one of those scales that also measure your body fat, they're actually quite cheap. I think I bought mine for 20 bucks off Amazon. And if there's one thing people underspend on, it's their health. And one of the best things you can do is measure. Right? Like measure your calories, measure your food intake, measure your body composition, measure your workouts, because then you actually have something to go by. Right? If you're not losing weight, at least, okay, now you know exactly what you did, so you can adjust accordingly. But most people try to wing it, right? They don't write down anything. But they have no idea how much they're eating, they have no idea how much body fat they have. Sometimes they don't even know how much they weigh. They don't track their workouts, like they have basically no idea what they're doing. At least they're doing something. It's always better to do something than nothing. But you're gonna slow down your progress a lot if you're like this. The problem is it's kind of the human default. I notice it myself, like it's really easy to fall off the wagon in that regard. And you're like, okay, I did do a workout, I didn't measure properly, but it's fine, I did my workout. You know, from time to time that is fine, you know, free up some mental capacity. Rip. But if you do that long term, you're not gonna make any more progress. Yeah, you just gotta lose more body fat, right? Because we're all a little bit different when it comes to the body composition, where your body likes to store the fat. And it definitely stores for me around the hips as well. And the only way to get it off there, I just need to cut more, right? I just need to lose more body fat. You're winging it in the gym. As a beginner, it's fine, honestly. As a beginner, it's already something that you're doing. You're doing something, right? So many people do nothing. So if you're one of the people that actually do something, you're already far ahead and you will see progress. Dorix, same thing for you. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're like, you know, gaining or losing weight, whatever your goal is. Are you tracking? Like, do you know how many calories you eat every day? How many calories you eat every week? Why am I zoomed in so much? Fuck is this, man? The press start is in the right position and the rest isn't. What's going on here, man? I can't even get into the game. Oh wait, now I can. The fuck is going on here, man? Okay, now it works again. I think. No. I might have to kill the game. Welcome to Need for. How is the interface in the right spot? And the rest is not. What's up with the game's resolution now? Did we playing in, I don't know, 720p or something? Good thing we upgraded the stream to 1440p and now it looks like this. Lower accurate. Yeah, in 2011, 720p was the average resolution. Not? I actually remember buying a 1080p monitor in 2010 for my World of Warcraft addiction. Yeah, let's try to boot that up again and see if we get the right resolution. Dreamcast came with the modem. I remember one thing, the Dreamcast was fucking expensive. Like, I actually won my Dreamcast in a Need for Speed tournament. A lot of you people know that story, but for those that don't, rip. There was a Need for Speed Porsche tournament. Did it really crash on this? This game is so unstable, dude. Like, just trying to finish a run in this category is insanely hard because it's so unstable. So yeah, I won the Dreamcast during a Need for Speed tournament. It was about Need for Speed Porsche. Got really lucky. It's a double elimination tournament, and I immediately got sent to the loser's bracket because I was trying to take a shortcut. And I failed miserably because I never take the shortcut. And I was like, hey, today I'm going to take the shortcut. Crashed, lost the race. And then I had a loser's bracket run and then ended up in the grand finals on the loser's side and then won the entire thing. And then won it again the year after. The back-to-back Need for Speed Porsche champion. There were actually a few cool games on the Dreamcast that I liked a lot. One of them was Rush 2049. Really, really good game. So I'm a two-time, yeah. And I didn't get banned of Twitch. Yeah, you want to play the PC version of Need for Speed Porsche. It is extremely different to the PlayStation 1 version. Play it on PC, much better. Alright, are you guys ready? I think it's time to switch over to the golf. Because you know what they say? The Golf is better. You kind of have to anticipate the cops hitting you. Oh, the handling on this car is so much better. It is super worth to change it. The speedrun does it too. It's just way better. You get more grip, and also it's front-wheel drive, which means you can pull the handbrake for some really tight turns later on. It's just a better car. I love that speedrunner tuned Golf beating like all of those supercars here. Some of them even hypercars. Mila Belova. She has like Bond girl vibes, if you ask me. I can get excited for some hypercar. Like the Bugatti Tourbillon, that one's cool. Actually, did the Tourbillon make it into any racing games? Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna wake up in a new Bugatti. Honestly, I would be kind of afraid to have a Bugatti in Vienna. If you don't have a garage on your private estate with some, distance to the public, I would imagine that it gets stolen in shitty mobile games. Like, why do they get it? Put it in some proper games. I mean, you gotta love people, they complain about buying a new console for $500 and then they spend $2,000 in a mobile game. That totally makes sense. I'm better. I can up you one. I have a 20,000 euro setup to play PlayStation 2 games. Right, I have a 20,000 euro streaming setup to play PlayStation 2 games. 2 PCs, 10 consoles, 5 monitors, 2 cameras, a TV, speakers. A million LEDs everywhere. Man's business consumption. It is. Would be stupid if it wasn't. Time trial here is kinda easy, but I guess at the same time didn't expect you to pick the Golf, which is, well, a lot faster than the other cars. This is what happens when I look at the chat, man. Yeah, Burger Drive for late night is very calming, that's for sure. When the roads are more empty and only low lights, it's very chill. I actually loved driving with my dad at that time. Dude, content creation is brutal, Sony. Like when you fall out of the YouTube algorithm for a while, they really stop recommending you. Right? Like LP was already making content before I even started. Yeah, I mean, partly responsible is just a weak response to racing games in general, right? A lot of the new racing games are just not that entertaining to a lot of people. It's the #1 reason, why I play so much older stuff. Like some of the best racing games are 10 to 20 years old. And since I can't get the same enjoyment out of the new stuff, I do play a lot more of the old stuff. Yeah, dude, LP is definitely more restricted than me because he's German. Right, like at least I can reach all the racing gamers around the world. He is limited to Germany, basically, and some Austria. Yeah, German content is hard. In my opinion, if you do German content, it should be mainstream. Right? If you want to have any chance of survival long term, I think mainstream is the way to go with German content. Why don't I speedrun Unbound? Because it's really boring. I don't know if you've ever seen the speedrun of Unbound, but let me explain. In order to pass time, you have to get busted. And you have to get busted over 30 times. I don't remember the exact number, but it's probably at least 30 times that you have to get busted. Which involves you leaving the hideout, finding a cop, ramming the cop, getting busted, watching a cutscene, and then you do that 30 times over. It is one of the most retarded speedruns that Need for Speed has. Because the developers did not include any way for you to skip time. You always have to do something. So either you make some money, or you get busted. Keep the challenge alive. But you see how much longer this takes when you don't have the car glitch? And you actually have to deal with the game's constraints? One life challenge becomes insanely hard. Exactly, the game is not built around you farming the necessary money and just do the final race. The game would be really fast as a speedrun. It would actually be a pretty good speedrun if you ask me. It would be a very enjoyable, quick speedrun if you could do it. Yeah, some games are more satisfying than others to watch a speedrun of. Mario 64 is really good. I mean, generally the Mario games are very satisfying. That perfect movement everywhere. But talking about kebab. You know what's good about talking about food? It increases your metabolism. So if you then manage to not eat, it helps you lose weight. So last mission, are you guys ready? Stolen paid mods. Yeah, that's like the other thing. Like, Plek very often uses the mods from other people as part of his basically paid mod setup. I do wonder how much money he makes. Because there's definitely people out there that just want to play the games again. And it's an easy way, you know, to get access to the game and some visual mods for it. Now, you want to see a cool shortcut? Developers forgot to set a reset here, so you can just go perfectly straight. It also skips the cutscene with Marcus. So not only do you have a big cut, you also skip the cutscene. He doesn't steal any mods, are you sure? Does it not have any other mods included, like the widescreen patch and so on? What exactly was Mind's Eye all about? That was not the game from the GTA guys, right? It was the little GTA. Okay, so I did remember that right then. So it's little GTA with little graphics now. Is that it? Yeah, ex-GTA creates his game. Any notable people that worked on this? I bet they were surprised how hard it is to make a good game without a 500 people studio. And Janet, I worked within the vicinity of the people that made GTA. I do think it's a marketing thing. For sure. If you can mention that, hey, it was from the people that made GTA, you know, it could be an artist. It could be an artist that has no idea how to make video games. GG, 3, 2, 1, get him! Oh yeah, the people that made Burnout gave us Dangerous Driving. Like, that was a shit show. Generic third-person action game. I remember when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, this looks ass. This does not look good at all. Alright, I'm out, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Sleep tight. Do come back tomorrow for more. And good night, hot shots. Bye-bye.